Welcome back to another video. My name is Nikos. Today we are talking about purchasing a computer in 2021. Black Friday is around the corner, and the questions have been coming in. I've had a lot of different questions, yet all similar. Now, the question I'm answering in this video is, should I be building a computer right now if I am specifically a creator? The gamers out there, well, you know the dealio with the video cards, and so I'm going to be focusing on the creators. Now, at the same time, we're looking at it in terms of should you wait or should you build now? And I'm going to be looking at it in terms of a mindset and, of course, investment. At the same time, I'm going to be dropping a request, you would say, for you to leave your questions below. I'll be making a follow-up video to this during the week coming up. And what I want to do is answer more specific questions that people might have. I may make it a little bit longer. I'll do it on the computer and I'll just answer more specifics that way. I do have a list of specifics that I'm going to be answering in that one that I think will help people, especially creators and professionals, make a better purchasing decision if they are building a computer. Now, what are we looking at in terms of the idea of building in 2021, Black Friday around the corner, deals will be coming, and is it worth building now? We probably have all, if you're watching this video, been doing our research and we've been seeing all the great stuff that's about to come down the line. The question becomes, is the need or a want higher? That's it. Which one is higher for you? If your need is to build something right now because you need it, because it's due to your work and you need to make money, then the answer is clear. You need to go find the best deals that will be there and get it done. At the same time, you need to do it in a way where it's in a mindset of an investment. So you're not looking at it and going, let me go all out, even if there's no deal on the one hand. On the other hand, think about upgrading down the road and how that upgrading will work with the rig you're going to be building. And the question here becomes, well, what about the new technology? So if you're in the want category, well, the new technology is coming. So why are you even bothering with upgrading? Why would you build a new rig? Look at stuff you might want to upgrade for the next 6 months to a year, and then wait for next year when we have more of the newer technology coming out. That being said, in both categories, we got to think the new technology coming out, like the DDR5 and the new motherboards, the new chips coming out, we're going to go through another cycle. It's probably going to be another year to 2 years before we get into that pricing where it's going to be actually beneficial to go that route. And I'm assuming it's because of the whole supply chain issues that it will be delayed even more. Now, people will say and argue that, of course, have I seen and been through this whole thing with, no, I'm like everybody else. I'm making assumptions based on what I'm seeing. Now, I built my rig last year and it was a struggle. And you will have a struggle to get what you want. And in most cases, you may not get what you want if you're building a rig now. Now, the idea of the new technology coming in will be a waiting game, yes. And it might be a decision you're making right now where that want, and you go, okay, I know it's a want, so I'm not gonna go for it. That's gonna turn into something that's gonna be emotional turmoil through the year, especially when people who just went and dropped the money and are happy, you'll be watching them on whatever, games you're playing, or if you're on, YouTube and you're watching your favorite creators and they're like, oh my God, this new processor or this new video card is amazing. Yes, but the fact of the matter is, like, when we're going through what is out there, the deals are not as plentiful as years before. And of course, we don't have stock availability. Like, this is the bottom line. There's some stuff I'm looking to buy and I can't buy it because it's not going to come in for 2 months, 3 months. And at that point, I'm just sitting there going, all right, so what's the point? Just wait until that time and buy it when it comes back into stock. And unless there's a big deal on it and I'm going to like book my place in it, not going to bother. There's no point. So the idea here is investment versus spending. Are you spending the money? That's all you got to think about in these times. You got to sit there and be like, am I spending money? Am I investing money into the new rig that I'm putting together? Yesterday, I made another video and it was all about the camera I bought. I went out and looked at the prices. It's Black Friday coming up. Deals are coming through. And I'm making it based on an investment choice. I'm making it based on logic. I'm making a list of the things I want, the things I need, and then I'm making the idea in my head of what are my triggers to pull right away when I see something based on price point, and then of course based on need first, and then the wants. So we got to look at this big picture and say to ourselves what is best for us in lines of investment, and then look at the wants. Now, if you are a creator, if you are a professional, you're going to look at it in terms of how much money you're making. The best way I can address this is look at how much money you're making off this rig that you're going to be building. Then you're going to say to yourself, how much is the value for whatever machine's coming in over a 3-year period? So say you keep this machine for 3 years. Or maybe the new technology comes out in 2 years or 1 year, depending on when it's affordable and it's worth it. And you'll be able to then successfully flip the machine and go into the next machine. Now, I built this rig last year, and it was like a process through January, February to get all my stuff in. Like, I was waiting for the video card forever. Then I got the video card. I was waiting for the chip forever. Okay, I got up here the 5900X. And it was like, I finally got it together. I finally put my rig together. You're going to go through that whole process again. When I'm looking at answering the questions I have, people are asking, well, what motherboard should I buy, this, that. The questions I'm going to be answering are going to be like, what's available and what are you willing to wait for? Because right now I'm thinking of upgrading my motherboard, and the motherboard I want, it ain't stock, and it's not going to be in stock for a while. So the question then becomes, why am I worrying about it? I got other things to do. And at that, by the time it comes in stock, what's going to be happening with the next phase of technology? Will I be looking at it and saying, all right, it's time to upgrade? We all know there's a learning curve for us to build a new rig. That also takes part in this adventure. So I'll be answering a lot of those questions. And I made a lot of videos on your RAM, like especially for creators. Like, how much RAM do you need? There's a lot of learning to really put into like this whole process. What chip do you need? What motherboard do you need? What is your workflow? And it's all based on workflow. And if you don't understand your workflow, then I wouldn't recommend going and buying just anything, for one. Two, I wouldn't recommend doing bare minimum research. You need to understand your workflow, know how your workflow is functioning with the technology you have, and then move accordingly. This is where people were like, whenever I talk about what cameras I'm buying, and people don't like Canon R6, and they're like, you should have bought the Sony. Well, yeah, okay. I should have bought the Sony, but my workflow right now is supporting the R6. That's it. What do you want? You're going to tell me what's better. Yeah, I know what is and what isn't in terms of the reviewers and everybody out there. And then there's my workflow. And my workflow is telling me something different. Then I get into that space of needs and wants. And then I got to go with my needs. It's logic. So this is where building a computer gets incredibly challenging for these times, because we don't have stock available. This is it. And because we don't have stock available, clearly the deals aren't going to be as good. And because the deals aren't going to be good, your price point is going to go up. I spent a little bit more money on my rig than I wanted to because the deals weren't as good. Now, did I get good deals? Yes. Did I have to wait for the stuff? Yes. However, they came through. The supply chain issue right now, is it going to be the same as last year? I don't think so. I think it's going to be worse. And I think we're going to see this transpire into January, February, March. So let's see where all of this goes and how that makes all sense for everybody. Now, leave your comment below, leave your question of what you are asking in general, the critical questions, and I will make a video where I'm going to go through the different parts and try to address all the questions if they come in within time through early part of the week, and depending on how many people watch this. And then I will make another video if I get a lot of questions in this feed or under this video in the comments, so I can make sure everybody is getting the questions answered. I'm doing this because I went through a lot of this, and this is why I said it's more specific to professionals and creators, because I didn't have the certain questions that didn't have the answers to, and it was just kind of like really hard to make decisions. And then I've been testing a lot of things. I have all these videos on hard drives, all these videos on RAM. What do you need as a creator with the different software? And there were questions that were specific that nobody has made videos for. Technotice is a good channel that I've been referencing back, that he's doing a lot of great work for professionals and creators. I'll leave his link below because I think it's a great channel to go and get a lot of information. Now, there are specifics that I think more testing is needed, and I do cover those in my videos. But this is where we get to see more of that aspect of what we need as creators, as professionals for the toolkits that we are creating, buying, and using each and every day. My name is Nikos. Again, questions below, and we will chat soon. And check out these 2 videos.